Hello and welcome. Hope you guys and girls are well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. And you join me here on Euro Truck Simulator 2, and I'm doing the events. I've already done one off screen. I did actually do it as a recording, but then because my sound setup wasn't working right, it didn't turn out as it had been adjusted as per usual, so that's good. Right, I'll show you what the load is and where we're going. So we're already in Switzerland. We're going from here to here. I'm hoping it'll count. It says anything over 200 kilometers, which is over 100 miles, I believe. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm only guesstimating. Hopefully it should work, but if it don't, it don't. I'm going to have to keep grinding away. And we're in this little daft today. And you might be wondering, why are we in this little daft today? Let me bring the microphone a little bit closer. Reason is because, now this happened a couple of weeks ago in real terms. The sort of manager of the logistics side of things for our company. Now, I won't mention who I work for. People, no, don't mention it in the comments down below, please. The people that don't know, sorry, I'm not going to mention it. It's not that it's top secret or anything like that. It's just, I find if you don't speak about your company or telling people who your company is, you're in better, well, you're safer hands, so to speak. I'm a forklift driver. For those people that don't know, I'm a forklift driver in real life. But anyway, he came in and no, pressure's good. Let's do a tug test. Yeah, trailer wants to hold. I've got my mid lift axle up. Anything under 20,000 kg, I typically leave it up. I'm not sure if that's the best policy or not, but that's just my personal way of driving. But anyway, he came in a fairly brand new DAF. Not this particular style of DAF, it was the slightly larger one. And it had all the cameras like this has got all in it. I think even the side camera was an actual side camera. So with that, he comes in and I'm aware we know he's coming, but we don't know in what format he was coming in. We figured he might just turn up just on a tractor unit on its own, but he turns up with our main delivery truck that brings all our goods in with our stuff on the back. Give it a bit of space as we come out. There we go. And he's basically, what he's doing, he's educating all the forklift drivers, all the banksmen, all the management within every store, what it's like for the drivers, our drivers, and or any other drivers that come into our yards, and basically how difficult it can be to turn in the yards with visibility and everything else. Now, I sort of said, right, have you been to us before? He says no. And so, again, I'm slightly up to my game, because although they're not really evaluating you, they are evaluating you in a way. But I told him how to turn in the yard, what the best practice is, what I was going to be doing, and everything else, and when I'm saying my hand signals are and stuff like that. And he then said, right, I'm going to bring it into the yard and I'm going to stop, and then basically I want to get your management out, so one of your store manager or one of your managers can sit in the cab and everything else. So I got him in the yard. I then got my store manager out. He then started briefing him. He moves around to a point and then gets to a certain point in our yard where they're kind of right at the back of the yard, and then they have to, and it's quite a tight yard, they have to sort of spin it around in a certain way. It goes anti-clockwise round in our yard, and again, it's British, so we're on the right-hand side of the cab, or the driver's on the right-hand side of the cab, and as they're turning round, it gets to a sort of like more or less a 90 degree. And what I do as a banksman, I then walk to a position so I've got direct eye contact with the driver, and I'm still far enough away to stay away from the truck. If the person's already been in the yard a couple of times and I know them, I don't typically do that anymore, because I stand in the position where I know that once they get to that point, as long as they're all right, then they're doing it well, then they more or less work out. I only do it for the newer drivers, and a driver may want me to do it that way. I typically stand in one or two spots. I move and position myself so then I've got good eye contact with them and they've got good eye contact with me. And I explained the reason. I said to him, look, I play a lot of Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator. I have my own YouTube page on my YouTube channel. I didn't mention what it was, just in case, but now what do we want to do? Right on here? Yeah, I guess it is right on here. I'm guessing it's right on here. I'm hoping I'm going the right way. Yeah, looks good to me. So I said to him, I know it's not real life. I'm fully aware of how difficult it can be for a driver to actually see out of these things and where the blind spots are and everything else. So once he gets to a certain point in the yard, he then decides to stop altogether, and then he switches his engine off, and he gets us all. We need to be in the left-hand lane. Sorry, dude. Need to cut in. I know. Yeah, so then he gets us all lined up, and then gets us to sit in a cab, have a look round to see what it's really like. And it's quite actually, it was quite an eye-opener. One for me, because the last time I sat in a cab probably was when I was probably 16, 17, when I was working with my dad. And let's put that, that's it, put that cruise control on so she stays roughly at the same speed. And that was an Alvilco, and that was what's known as a lorry mount. It basically has a big boom lift on the back of it, and then it can go like 190 foot, 210 foot up in the air. I've been up in it. It's scary, especially when the wind's blowing and the boom's moving from right to left, and all that good stuff. So So that, once I got in, once I realised how actually the newer trucks, the newer DAFs especially, I don't know about anything else yet because I'm not sat and I've tried anything else yet, but these newer DAFs, the stair trap to get up is quite narrow, especially if you've got steel toe caps on. Now I really do understand why a lot of the drivers take their boots off and then put them on when they get off the truck. Because I'm not a big guy, but I've got quite big feet, so I can understand now why they do that. Have we got an event up here? It looks like we have. It's like a lorry's on fire. Wow, look at that, peeps. Try and get that in the thimble if we can. That looks like it's only just happened. We'll try and get that in. I'm going to stop. Oh, look, hang on. I'm going to stop here. I know that's not a good thing to do, but I'll stop there and then get to photo mode. Where are you? Media photo mode. I'll try and get that trailer on fire in as well as part of the shot. That's going up well, isn't it, peeps? I didn't start the fire. Probably got horrible chemicals on it as well. I should really not be hanging around. There we go. That gets that involved, doesn't it? Let's just get out that. Put that down. Get back into driving position. Right. Get back in the cab. Yeah, that's going up well, isn't it? Don't know what's got in it, but I don't want to hang around to find out. Could be something. Yeah, it's got something hazardous, so I'm definitely getting out of here. That dude doesn't look happy either. He looks like, yeah, there's not much he can do. Luckily, that fire engine didn't stop. Why didn't he stop to sort that out? Can't just drive off. Oh, well, yeah, mate, I'm not on call. Da, 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 da. Just going to struggle up this hill. Yeah, so it was quite insightful to what they actually have to poke up with as drivers. Especially at that angle, and you could definitely see. I already knew where he's going to try and aim it. So then, but as you look out the mirror, all you see is just trailer, and especially when you're looking at that, all you can see is just nothing but trailer, or nothing usable. Like I said, I mentioned that I do dabble in Euro Truck, and he's saying, "Well, what sort of setup do you got?" And I said, "I've run both with cameras and mirrors. I prefer mirrors to cameras, just purely because I think the depth of view on a mirror is better than what the cameras can offer. But I can see the benefits of the cameras, and to be looking at the actual trucks, real cameras that were actually quite good. I think this game doesn't really do them that much justice, but we're speeding again. Nothing new there. Cruise control on. No. Gone too much retarder now. Yeah, so that's why I'm driving a DAF. I figured, you know, I'd talk about the DAF that I sat in for real life and drive a DAF. The seat wasn't too bad. I think if I'd adjusted it, it probably felt a bit more comfortable, but oh, is my cruise control going to come on? No, it isn't. There it is. 49, that's close enough. Cool beans. Yeah, so I enjoyed that. Enjoyed that a lot. I still want to go to an event or a place that lets you drive them about on like a off the road sort of like situation. Like I mentioned, if you haven't watched that yet on American Truck Simulator, I mentioned on that I'm planning what my plans are for steering wheel base and everything else. Please feel free to go over and watch that when you can. I'll put a hint for it on the top right corner now. What's going on here, peeps? Is there another crash? I'm going to put my hazards on briefly. We're stopped here. I don't know what's going on. If they're just jammed up or something else. He's got his hazards on, I think. No, he's just yeah, I think they're either waiting to come out and they've jammed. Let's grab the keyboard. I'm just gonna cheat and go. Take the brake off. Thank you, dude. Let me out. Cheers, man. Yeah, I think something's gone wrong here. Yeah, the car's crashed into that car. There's two events today. We're good for diesel, so I don't need to worry about that. I haven't got Sim Dash up. I am running something else, which actually, I'll tell you what. Let me bring it up for you guys and girls if I can. No, wrong button, simulator. Where are you? I know I'm going incredibly slow, but I'm trying to watch the road, and there we go. There we go. Now, for you guys and girls that don't know what this is Simhub. For you older gen people, you already know where I'm going with this. I bought a little portable touchscreen monitor, and I'm using Simhub for it as an illuminated dash. Now, you can download several different types. I haven't seen a DAF one for the new school DAFs or the old school DAFs yet. There's like Mercedes ones, there's all sorts. There's ways and means you can get onto the site. It leans you, if you've never used it, I'll try again. I'll put a link in the description for the site I'm on about, where you can download different dashes for it. Again, if you've never used it before, it makes it look like you have to pay for it when you don't. You don't have to do that at all. If you go on the bottom there and create an account that way, if you go right to the bottom of the page, there's a free way of doing it. We don't have to subscribe for it. Let's try and get the retarder. So not a retarder, the cruise control back working again. That was working. There we go. That's close enough. Let's get some lights on before I get done by the light police as well. But I'm giving it a try. I will also put a link for this specific monitor down below in the description down below. It's a good little monitor actually. I've still not taken the protective film off it because I still don't know where I want it and how I want it set up. I don't know if I want to try and find a smallish kind of like mount for it. It's the only downside to it. On the bottom left hand corner is where the ports are, the USB ports and the HDMI ports, which I can understand why they've done it. Once you go and see what type of monitors you're going to see for yourself, but it is a very... Did we go straight on? I believe we go straight on. Yeah, not telling me to do anything else, so I'm going straight on. It's misled me. I'm a bit going crying, but yeah, you'll see how thin it is. It's really... I'm not using it for what its intended use is. It's meant to be just used as like a little portable monitor for, you know, your phone or for your laptop or tablet or whatever. Just gives you a bigger screen to look at. If you've got like a smallish laptop or whatever, or small whatever. I'll stop there because I don't know what Mr. Van Driver's going to be doing. He's going to let me out, I think. Cheers, dude. I'll give him the salute. Looks like we've got another traffic jam up ahead, peeps, as well. This is not working out good for us today, is it? This is like the third problem we've come into. What I might do is I might see what's going on in a sec. Let me jump out and go and see what's going on. Whether it is another crash or whether it's just traffic being traffic. No, they are moving. They're just being really slow. As long as he doesn't wait there indefinitely, we should be good. No, he's moving off. Cool. Please don't tell me you just crashed into the back of that dude. You have just crashed into the back of that dude, haven't you? I'll stay, because he's going to... Come on, the other dude's going to back up. You've got to back up, dude, because... Yeah, that's it. Just don't crash into me. You're going to do it again, aren't you? Do not crash into me. I smashed my head through the window, but never mind. Right, cool. Losing light on the game. Yeah, so the monitor's great. I'll put the link in description down below for you guys and girls if you're thinking about getting a little monitor for yourselves. I do recommend it, and it's a fairly cheap monitor as well. That's the reason I went for it. And it's very good quality for what price you pay for it. It's only, well, I paid 80 quid for it because I had some coupons and stuff like that. But my own plan is, once I've made my own sim dash, I can scroll it through and have like extra buttons or whatever. If I can get it to work that way, brilliant. If not, then at least I tried. Don't worry, I'm not getting rid of my sim projects one. That's literally sitting right behind this monitor, or behind his. Literally, this is propped up between that and the camera. The reason I got this is because I figured the light levels would be better. Oh, tram. The light levels would be a bit better on this during when it's sort of like when the weather's not so great like it is today. And when it's darker, through darker months in the UK, I can bring that out and bring that on.
And then turn right. Turn right.
No lights, so I just need to be cautious of how I turn in this yard, or turn in this corner. There's a bus stop there, cool beans. I'll turn left. Quite a little road we got going on. I think it's because all that traffic coming in. I think that's literally taken up all the traffic.
Get ready. Turn right. Turn right.
But other than that, yeah, that's I was sitting in the truck. I was expecting him to laugh about the whole Euro truck thing, but he took it on board and he said, "Well, yeah, you know, it helps. You're going to probably best understand what the drivers are facing up against." We had a little chat. He's an ex-army guy. He was a sergeant.
Turn left. Right.
Almost there. I'm not slow. There's another tram. Cool beans, don't come blasting out, mate. I don't think they can. They've got like traffic like us. But I might have mentioned it earlier. I might not have done. I mentioned it in American Truck Simulator, but
And then turn right.
I've invested in new pairs of glasses. Expensive. 610 quid for both pairs.
And then straight on.
And it's like, should have gone Specsavers. Funny enough, I did. The thing that annoys me about that is that, I just said to him, look, can you just put these, if you've still got this frame, can you just put the, I've turned too early, haven't I, peeps? Yep. That's the downside of not having the thingy barriers on. Right. Thankfully, those barriers don't smash. You crash into them. Sorry, dude. Confusing you. It's this one I need. Yeah, the whole thing about that is I said to him, look, can you just put them in a pair of frames just for the time being? And then I book an appointment. Oh, you don't do those frames anymore. Too old. After I've got all the eye tests done and everything, when I'm walking around, there they are. There's the pair of frames that I own. Exactly the same pair. They've given them a different name, but I knew that they were the same frames. And I was like, well, that's just great. I was going to get a new pair of glasses anyway, because these lenses on mine are getting a bit tired now. Because I use these for work as well as just doing what I'm doing. But okay, it's cost me a fortune, but I'd rather it's not an expense I'd rather not have had. But ultimately, it's going to give me a slightly different look, hopefully a good look. And I'm going to have two pairs. I'm going to have a pair for work, and I'm going to have a pair for when I'm not working. I've got frameless for, well, semi-frameless for the pair that are not working, and they're just a straight up frame. Nice looking set of frames for work. It's the lenses that get you, especially if you have to have like reactions like I do. Have to get them thinned and everything else. Lights off, engine off, T for the win. I've got to reconfigure that to another button, and that's that. Continue. Drive. But I hope you guys and girls enjoyed that episode. If you did, please feel free to like. If you didn't enjoy it for any reason at all, please feel free to dislike. I apologise if it did run on too long in advance right now. But either way, feel free. Please feel free to leave comments down below as well. I do read all comments. Keep it clean, peeps, and everything else, and I take anything else on board. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and receive future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're aware as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.